Hey everyone, this is Zen here with the Eberhard Ziegler Library at the University of Toronto, and this is part one of a guide on concept creation for art and architecture. Let's get into it. So, first off, a lot of other architecture offices now are using AI as part of their conceptual development. So, early on in the project, they use it as sort of a starting point to sketch and develop different concepts. Um, Usually they only keep around maybe like 10 to 15% of the outputs, and this is sort of an example mood board from one of my projects where we used AI to develop our initial concepts and sort of see what we wanted, what we liked, and what we didn't want to keep or what we wanted to bring forward. And so this is kind of an example for how your process might look like um, with using AI. The general process works kind of like this, where it's a sort of iterative loop. You're prompting using text and imagery and other AI functions to get the AI tool to give you a bunch of different outputs. Some of these outputs can be useful and what you intended. Some of these can be sort of these unintended accidents that are actually still pretty useful. And other outputs are just not really discussion worthy. And so then you go back, you adjust, and you reprompt your AI tool based on these adjustments to get closer to what you're looking to achieve, right? And so by the end, you kind of accumulate a decent amount of images that are applicable to your project, and these can be used to further discussions or develop your project further. And so to get good at this process, it's important that you have a solid understanding of the project brief as one thing, and also you want to collect some resources before you start. So maybe you have previous knowledge on architecture from your classes, etc., and that'll make up sort of the base knowledge that you can use. Apart from that, try to compile images and make a sort of mood board. This will allow you to develop further in that direction and sort of have like a common talking point, especially if it's a group project. Furthermore, if you have precedents that you think are related to your specific project, then it's good to have those architect names, the project names, etc. included as well. So this way, when you start to prompt AI to generate things, you can start calling upon this sort of body of knowledge and research in your prompts. And so a good way to gather resources is actually through, of course, our very own library. We have a huge collection of El Croquis, which is a magazine that features specific architects and their selected works. It's really a pretty exhaustive collection, and other good avenues to look through are sort of online repositories like Dezeen and ArcDaily. These are great because they have a lot of images that you can also work with for image prompting, which we'll talk about in later guides. And of course, if you want to find out more about AI and sort of the ethics and also other helpful resources that are available, make sure to check out our guide on the University of Toronto Library.